Welcome to Tamsy Fae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsy Fae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsy Fae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsy Fae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list you will be added when you join, if there is no space you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available, people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a donation or someone requests a theme reading, as theme readings get advanced to the front of the free list. If you would like to leave the free list, please type !leave. If you miss your reading on the stream, type !timestamp or !timestamps to find out when your reading took place in the stream. You may skip the free list with a super chat or PayPal donation of a minimum of $3 plus Canadian. To keep things fair, Tamsy may limit how many times someone can use a super chat in a stream, but you are always welcome to book a private reading with Tamsy. You can book a private reading by email or through Tamsy's website. You can find the links on her about page or in the chat. While you are waiting for your reading, make yourself comfy and ask me, Nightbot, questions. Here is how to ask me questions. !magical, see how magical you are. !8 ball, for the magic 8 ball answer. !oracle for an oracle message. !fortune, to get a fortune. !horoscope, for today's horoscope. !card to draw a tarot card and get info about its meaning. !list to see who is on the free list and who is in the lounge. !position to get your current position. I will occasionally provide information about other services available in the chat. Tamsy Fae is an intuitive mystic energy reader. Enjoy her fairy moon readings and more. Tamsy uses tarot cards to pick up your energy or the energies around your situation and connect with the spirits, Fae, and the universe to bring out profound inner truths we dare not tell ourselves with love, kindness, and humor. The cards may bring up deep hidden emotions. Readings are never 100% accurate, and roles may be reversed. Take what is yours and leave the rest. Some energies or emotions may take time to settle. And here are some photos of Ms. Beastie, Mr. Lucky Pug, and Miss Floppy. Tamsy should be arriving soon. Welcome to Tamsy Fae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsy Fae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsy Fae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsy Fae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list, you will be added when you join. If there is no space, you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available, people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a
Hello everyone, welcome. Hello Mr. Maurice, how are you? How's everyone tonight? Hi Bernadette, hello. Hi Ellen. Hi Dee Dee. Hello everyone, welcome. You know how it goes, so I'll just switch the screens. How's everyone doing? Mr. Maurice, do the cards see me paying off bills and car repairs? I'm making every possible way to get it paid off. Nice. Let's see. Will Mr. Maurice get the funds he needs to pay off his bills and car repairs? What's going on in Mr. Maurice's energy? Brain spirit, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. Not gonna give Mr. Maurice a message. What does Mr. Maurice need to know about paying off his bills and car repairs? What does Mr. Maurice need to know about paying off his car? With the Three of Pentacles in the dark, I do feel this energy that, you know, your hard work will pay off. It still seems to be more work or more time is needed to get it all done. But it seems like it's in progress because the card is out. It's just in the dark, so some things are going to go a little bit slower, a little bit more delayed. You do have the Seven of Pentacles in the light. So I feel like you've been, like you said, doing everything you can possible to get it paid off. The Seven of Pentacles definitely recognizes that. It says you're harvesting and all the stuff that you've been harvesting, like collecting the money and saving your money, you're going to get that reward for doing that. You're going to get that results and the growth. You're making progress, so I feel like you're on the right road for that. The Six of Wands is in the light too, so you're going to have that success of getting it all done. But I think it will go a little bit slower than you're expecting. The Nine of Cups is in the dark too, so don't get discouraged. Make sure you are determined to get it done and following through with your plan. Not getting sidetracked. I know sometimes it's so easy to get off track with things popping up unexpectedly on us. Let's clarify. Yeah, I feel like the Four of Pentacles in the dark, you've been saving some money. I feel like you're going to continue to do it. I feel like the Two of Pentacles here to remind you to, you know, juggle things around and your time management and your budgeting and see what you could do with that. Even reach out to some resources and see if there's anything there you can figure it out as well. That is what I got. Feel free to ask more questions, Mr. Reese, if you like. Dee Dee, hello. How will Dee Dee's YouTube channel go for the rest of the month? How will Dee Dee's YouTube channel go for the rest of the month? Rest? I want to say rest. I don't know if you've been taking a rest from YouTube or what's going on with that. For Dee Dee. How will Dee Dee's YouTube channel go for the rest of the month? Wheel of Fortune, luck, timing, destiny's on your side, so that's a good one, right? Oh man. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so I always feel like that is like luck, timing, destiny is all on your side, right? All that positive vibes. You're going through the cycles of changes and having faith in it. I do feel that for you. The Three of Cups. So I don't know if it's about missing some opportunities with socializing to get the hard work done, you know? Sometimes it takes like only 10-15 minutes to make a video, but then it takes 3 hours to edit it, right? It's not just you, it's everybody who's in that boat. It's the hardest thing. Doing the work isn't the hard part, it's making it. The hard work is not recording, it's the aftermath. I know some big YouTubers spend like 3 hours just doing their thumbnail. Like, that is crazy hard work. I just feel like that is what it's saying by missing some opportunities, because you're going to be occupied with other things. For the Two of Cups of the Dark, I feel like it's, there's potential some imbalance coming through, wanting to focus on one side rather than the other, and, having choices to make with that. You have the Four of Wands in the dark. So the success from this, it may take longer to come through for you than what you're seeing now. That is what I got. Yeah, it takes time to plan ahead as well. Yeah, like I think I mentioned before, the best thing to do is look up what is trending on YouTube right now and try to base your stories around that, and the algorithm will suck that up. YouTube tries to tell you that's not how it works, but they also tell you that's how it works without saying it. Um, but yeah, that may help a little bit with your planning as well. Doesn't matter what you're thinking of, just do what's trending right now to get your YouTube, to get your stories taking off faster. And try to put as many words about it as you can in your description and in your title. For Ellen, what does Ellen need to know? Okay, what will this week be like for Ellen? What will this week be like for Ellen? What does Ellen need to know about this week? Your Pentacles want to come out. What does Ellen need? What does this week need to know? What does Ellen need to know about this week? What does Ellen need to know about this week? What does Ellen need to know about this week? There we go. I think we got the energy. Oh man, I feel like this week is going to be challenging. There's going to be challenges for sure. It's not going to be an easy week. There's going to be some dark clouds, but sometimes when there's dark clouds and rain, there's also rainbows. So we gotta look up for that, right? The Three of Pentacles is in the dark, so I just feel that this energy of feeling stressed and maybe a little bit disorganized in your energy, maybe just trying to scatter your energy everywhere and trying to figure out where you need to put your focus and what needs to be most important. I feel like it's not a matter of relying on coworkers or others right now. You may be a little bit solo on this mission this week because the Three of Pentacles is in the dark. You do have the Chariot and the Light though, so I feel like you are moving forward in positive light, one step at a time it seems. I don't know what Lucky is doing, but there you go. He was making noise underneath there. But you are moving forward. You're going to have that success as long as you have that determination to move forward. Find that energy somewhere, even though it may be a little scattered. The Five of Swords is in the dark, so I feel like you're going to come up with some solutions or resolutions of some sorts of any past conflicts or past disagreements or whatever was going on in your past. I feel like you will come to some sort of agreement on that or some clarity on that, and I feel like that's going to make you feel better by the end of the week with the Queen of Wands energy here as well. Now the Three of Wands, I feel this passionate, determined energy trying to come through. The Queen of Wands, she speaks her mind. She has that fiery energy. Making sure that you're being assertive and fearless in your energy, and don't apologize for being who you are either. You don't have to be that charismatic person. And then you have the Sun. Yeah, some positive energy is gonna come through by the end of the week. You may not be able to pick up pace with your motivation with this low vitality here with this Eight of Wands in the dark, but you're gonna have something. This gonna look brighter by the end of the week. The rainbows are gonna come. That's what I go with. Bernadette, hello. What can I do to complete my block and remove my family out of my life for good? Oh yeah. What can Bernadette do to remove her blockage? What can Bernadette do to remove her blockage? What can Bernadette do to remove her blockage? The Nine of Cups is in the dark. Oh, I feel like there's some empty fulfillment, some broken dreams, just feeling unsatisfied, probably because of this blockage in your family situation. But you have the Four of Pentacles as well, and Four of Pentacles being possessive of your energy, your own self, and that sort of thing. So it's kind of like you being more focused on yourself and the things that you have going on, and kind of you doing the blockage by ignoring everyone else, like ignoring your family, distancing yourself from that energy, being possessive in your own energy, setting those boundaries, knowing your limits, and trying to figure out what triggers your insecurities and that sort of thing, and avoid that. The Ten of Pentacles is also in the dark. So I feel like there's this energy of you, yeah, with the family situation is really heavy tonight for sure. For the Ten of Pentacles, I just feel like there's energy of this disputes and drama and conflict wanting to brew around you. For the world is in the dark. Your cycle is not completed. But I feel like completing your cycle is about you setting those firm boundaries. If your family's messaging you or calling you, what you have to do, you gotta block them, right? That's the fun part about it. You can just block them and ignore them, block their calls from coming in. That is the boundaries you need to set. They can't bother you, they can't come into your energy. If you don't allow them, and I feel like that will help you complete the circle and start a brand new cycle for yourself. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Wands, so you're going to come into your own power with that. I feel the sense of you recognizing your strength and recognizing what you need to do to move forward with this. You had a terrible night in tears and joints. Okay, the guilt about me. What kind of advice can you give to Bernadette about her financial situation? What advice can you give to Bernadette about her finances? The Four of Pentacles came out in the light again. Be possessive. Oh man, don't lend money to people you don't deserve it, right? The Chariot is also in the dark, so I feel like you're going to be stuck in this situation until you figure it out. Until you make those clear boundaries like the Four of Pentacles suggests, both of them there. Be mindful of what matters most for you and shed what doesn't. The Seven of Swords is in the dark. Be mindful of people watching you, and just be mindful of it, but don't give them any attention to feed them. If you feed the trolls, they're going to keep coming. Right? If you feed the wolves, they're going to keep coming. You got to not give them anything to feed off of. The Empress, too, is you standing your ground, you standing firm with your boundaries, and not allowing them to, shake you up at all. That's really good. Dee Dee, what will my group meeting be like on Thursday for Dee Dee? What will group be like for Dee Dee on Thursday? What will group be like for Dee Dee on Thursday? What will group be like for Dee Dee on Thursday? The star, some positive energy is coming through with that, right? Ooh, past traumas might be discussed though. Not quite sure what kind of group this is, but oh man, the stars. I think there's gonna be some good opportunities. Remember that you're truly blessed by the universe. Have faith in your energy when you go to group. You know, if you're going into group in a bad energy, it's gonna attract negative energy. So if you go in positive, I feel like you can keep up with that positive energy because the universe is guiding you. I just feel the sense of you being inspired and looking for opportunities and that sort of thing. But I feel like you are going to be focusing and working on healing, especially with the Six of Cups and the dark energy, you know, any sort of past things going on, maybe coming up. But I feel like it gives you a chance to talk about it or heal from it one way or another. You do have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be focusing on your independence and working towards that, making goals for achievements and success and all that sort of fun stuff as well. And then I feel like you're gonna get some good news with the Page of Wands, right? I feel like someone's either gonna use some invitation about something or give you some news that will be exciting or happy or some sort of thing. Maybe getting you out a little bit. Don't go a little too much because the other reading said that you had to stay in and work on your channel. That's gonna be a hard thing to balance between the two. Oh man. Universe says socialize, but don't socialize. You have to work. Oh yeah. You're welcome, Gigi. Culture. What should culture know for this week? 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 What does culture need to know right now? Oh man, it's gonna be challenging. 2 challenging weeks this week. The other reading was for the week was for challenges. The chariot is in the dark, so I just feel this energy of being at a pause, not knowing which direction to put your focus in. You know, sometimes you have a lot of energy, and it's like, where do we direct this energy to have that success, right? So I feel like you're just gonna, I feel like if you have that determination, then you can get your chariot moving one way or another. The moon is in the dark. So I feel like there may be some sleepless nights, some mysteries unraveled, some fears faced. I don't know what that is for you. I feel like you may have some unusual dreams that may keep you up at night too, or stresses and worries of something. That's not fun, though. You do have the Six of Swords in the light, so, you know, I feel like you're going to be moving forward. Maybe not in the direction that you're thinking about, and maybe leading you to a different direction. You may have to abandon some ideas or some thoughts, or, you know, you may have to leave something and start over or come up with a new idea. Whatever that is for you, you're going to move forward or distance yourself from whatever you need to distance yourself for now to, you know, have that sense of contentment. For the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is in the dark, so I do feel like there's energy of someone just being impatient. So I don't know if that's you or someone else, but I feel like this person that you may feel like you could rely on, you're not going to be able to rely on them because they're just being a butt cheek and being immature about whatever's going on there. Or they won't follow through with whatever they were supposed to. So that's going to be tough. Well, what does culture need to know about this person? What does culture need to know about this person? The Fool. Well, they probably are the Fool, right? They probably don't even know what's going on here. The Page of Wands is in the dark again. The Page of Wands is like the big energy here. Oh, I just feel like you're being inconsistent. Their energy, you know, may even ghost you. I don't know if you're waiting to hear from someone, but they may not respond to you for whatever reason. The Fool is here, so I don't know if it's about taking a leap of faith and moving forward despite what you may be waiting for and try something new. But I feel like, you know, be a little cautious, you know? Go slowly. Like you're walking on eggshells, not really walking on eggshells, just Just go slowly, not to go too fast towards this energy. That's what I got. Bernadette, how can Bernadette help her partner? How can Bernadette help her partner right now? How can Bernadette help her partner right now? How can Bernadette help her partner right now? Bernadette help her partner right now. Oh man. The moon is in the light, so I do feel like some things are not quite clear between you and your partner, that's for sure, right? I feel like there's some uncertainty going on. Things that may not be as clear as you're hopeful that they are. I feel like it's a matter of you trusting your intuition, working through your dark times together. The Ten of Wands, I do feel like there's a lot of burdens between the two of you, or a lot of things going on, obligations maybe, that feel very heavy, very overwhelming. The Seven of Pentacles in the dark too. I feel like this is just telling you things you already know. The Seven of Pentacles, I want to say the Six of Pentacles. I feel like the Six of Pentacles is just, things are not fair, and things just keep happening out of both of your control. But for the Seven of Pentacles in the dark, I feel this energy of like putting more work into it. Not quite sure what that means for you. Because I feel like there's some frustration, some impatience energy coming through. Things are not getting done, or you keep getting setbacks after setbacks. It seems. The Five of Cups, though, Five of Cups is in the dark, so Five of Cups means emotionally the two of you are healing. I don't know if you're realizing that or not, but the Five of Cups does indicate that the two of you are emotionally healing together. I feel like there's been disappointments in your past, though, so I don't know if that is what's being healed or what's going on with that. But the Five of Cups, I do feel like there's energy of you making sure you're filling up your own cup of love. Uh, sometimes you can't help someone else unless you help yourself first. So I feel like this may be a little bit about what we were talking about in the last one, making sure that you're fully able to help your partner to begin with. You have set those boundaries with your family situation. Your mind, heart, and soul is all in the right place, and I feel like that will help you connect better with your partner and continue with this healing journey as well. And that's what I got. Yeah, I can feel that for you. You're welcome, Bernadette. Ellen, is there any big goal that I will achieve before the end of the year? This one wants to know for you. The Emperor, your big goal is being in charge, like fully in charge of your life, your path, and where you're destined to go. That is a good one. It's a big one. A divine energy. Let's see for Ellen. Is there any other big goals that Ellen needs to be aware of to achieve by the end of the year? Are there any more big goals coming towards Ellen to achieve before the end of the year? The Two of Wands. I feel like there's going to be some decisions to make, I feel like it all depends if you're hesitating too long or if you're going to jump on whatever this opportunity could possibly be to move forward. You do have the Six of Cups in the light. So I feel like something from the past may come up, and maybe it's something in the past that you didn't quite finish or you didn't quite feel like it was important at the time, that it may come back and you may have to second look at it, or an opportunity to have a second look at it and maybe more successful this round, because you do have the Justice. So I feel like whatever's going on here, things are going to balance out between now and the end of the year. You taking charge of yourself, trying to figure out what decisions you need to make. I feel like this has to do something with your past because of the Six of Cups here for you. So I don't know if it's some sort of nostalgia thing from your childhood, or if it's just past work you haven't quite yet had a chance to finish will get finished. Because your balance and your karma and all that sort of fun stuff is good. What does Ella need to know about this energy by the end of the year? What does Ella need to know about this energy for the end of the year achievement? The King of Wands. So yeah, pursuing your dreams and desires, right? Having that spark of fire and inspiration and creativity to manifest whatever you want to achieve by the end of the year. The Four of Swords, being able to take time to relax and retreat, even if it's just a little vacation, even if it's a little staycation, right? You can make a little vacation in your own place. Just giving you the self that time to recharge your batteries and that sort of thing. The Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Two of Swords in the dark. So I feel like you're gonna be very indecisive about your situation or what choices you have to make forward. As a concerned relationship, I think it's just some because we're talking about achievements, right? So something you didn't finish in your past, you're gonna achieve finishing it now, is what I'm getting from this spread because we were asking about achievements. So it's things you have to do to accomplish, right? We didn't ask about family or where you're going to live or work. I can ask that if you like, but that was not what was asked. Those are all separate questions. What does Ella need to know about achieving concerns in family and relationships? The Queen of Swords is in the light, so speak your mind. Tell your family what you think. Don't hold back on that. Don't bite your tongue. Say what you gotta say. What does Ella need to know about achieving success with where she lives or where she works? What does Ella need to know about achieving success where she works? The star is in the dark, so there may be some more effort needed in your work to have success there. Maybe having to dig a little deeper for any opportunities that may come up there. But where does Ellen what will Ellen achieve with where she lives? What will Ellen achieve from where she lives? Nine of Swords. I feel like you're just gonna stay where you currently are right now. Unless it has to do with the decisions you have to make here that may help you have an idea of where that movement could possibly be. But that's what I got. You're welcome. Dee should I do more boy than girl in my coming up with funny shorts for my texting story? Let's see. Did Dee do more and boy texting stories? Should Dee do more boy texting stories that are funny shorts? The Seven of Swords is no. I don't know why. I personally thought it was a good idea, but oh yeah. Should you do more girl on girl for the funny shorts texting stories? Should you do more girl on girl texting stories? The Ace of Pentacles is yes, it's like a new beginning, new things, I don't know. So it seems to be, the universe seems to be picking girl on girl for some reason, or girl on girl. And shorts, yeah. Funny shorts for where's texting stories, yeah. Oh man. Maybe do a little bit of both, you know? Have an equal balance of both. Culture! Guidance for, let's see, for culture. Guidance for dealing with carries and team. What does culture need to know about carry and team? Right, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. I want them to give culture some guidance about how to deal with carry and the team. Oh man, I feel like dealing with that situation is going to be challenging. Is the issue I found a quick fix? Okay, is the issue that culture found a quick fix? Is the issue the culture found a quick fix? Is the issue the culture found a quick fix? Death, no, it is not going to be a quick fix. I could probably told you that just by looking at the cards here. No, it's not going to be something easy. The Two of Swords is in the dark. So, yeah, that's stalling energy kind of thing. Feeling at a crossroads with difficult decisions and like being indecisive. I feel like the situation itself is really hard to read. That's why it's hard to figure out what is the best way to do with dealing with the situation with Carrie and the team. For the Three of Cups, the Three of Cups is all about socializing, friendships. So maybe it's about meeting up with Carrie and the team outside of the situation. So I don't know if this is like a work situation or what it is. Maybe just taking out the team and the Carrie and like meeting up somewhere else, like out for coffee or drinks or whatever that is, may help loosen up the energy or loosen up the attention there. There is a Seven of Swords in the dark. So I feel like you will get some sort of clarity about the situation a little bit more moving forward. Maybe that will give you some answers about how to deal with it, right? Because the Seven of Swords in the dark, I just feel like there's this. You don't want to get caught up in their drama if it's not all your drama kind of thing too. You want to distance yourself and making sure that you're being true to yourself and you're not being dragged into anything is what I'm feeling. For the Five of Wands in the light, you know, pick your battles wisely. You know, pick what you're dealing with wisely. Pick whatever issues you feel like are a quick fix wisely. Don't just jump on the first one. You know, this one, you know, her mouth looks, I don't know what's wrong with her mouth there, but, you know, be mindful of what you say because they may repeat it the wrong way to others, right? So, yeah, I feel like there is a transformation coming between you all or with the situation. It's just a matter of giving it some more time or giving them some space and letting it die down first, you know, not getting too involved in whatever that is. That's what I got. You're welcome, Mr. Maurice. Feel free to ask more questions. Go right ahead, Mr. Maurice. Oh, you're on the list again. Okay, good. I'm glad you're on the list again. I just noticed you now. Bernadette, does my dad have any messages for me about what's happening with my family? Let's see. Are there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? I can give Bernadette a message from her father. From her dad. Are there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that can come and give Bernadette a message from what she's dealing with in her family? Are there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to give Bernadette a message from her father? Or how to deal with her family in general? Or 2 and 1? Ten of Pentacles. What does Bernadette need to know about this Ten of Pentacles in the dark? What does Bernadette need to know about this Ten of Pentacles in the dark? Why is it here? Ten of Pentacles is in the dark. So I do feel like there's this energy of you know, even though it's your family and all that sort of thing, sometimes we have to distance ourselves and break that cycle and build or connect with new people to build a new family. And that's what I'm really feeling for you. Yeah, the Six of Wands too is like putting yourself out there to attract a new tribe. You know, new people that will support you and love you and, you know, be more connecting in a positive way with you to build your own family kind of thing. The King of Cups, I do feel like there is an energy of there is people out there that would connect with you, and you know, you can give them your wisdom, and you know, vice versa, they give you their wisdom. They would be more helpful to balance or help you balance between what's on your mind and in your heart, and I feel like that you will connect well better with that. I feel like that will help you turn your 9 of Cups back into light, you know? Let us feel the sense of you wanting to embrace joy and self-fulfillment, but also you needing to step up to choose happiness and letting go of the Ten of Pentacles energy and just, you know, yeah, I feel like your father is kind of like agreeing with you because I do feel like there's a father figure here. I don't know if your father is coming in as King of Cups here. I feel like they are trying to emotionally support you in some way, like spiritually. Um, what does Bernadette's father want to say? What does Bernadette's father want her to say? You know, just working on your temperance, making sure your mind, heart, and soul is all in the right place. You have the high priestess here. So I feel like your father may be worried that you're not trusting or relying on your instincts and your intuition as much as being too caught up in your mind. Because, you know, the head and heart energy is kind of like feeling like a very strong energy is coming through with that one. Yeah, you know? Cut through the darkness. Like sometimes you have to face the darkness to see the light. I feel like for you, the darkness is just separating yourself from, you know, what you need to separate yourself from and move forward and putting yourself out there to find or attract that new tribe towards you. That's what I got. Hi, Sunflower. How are you? Dee Dee, hello. Will I be able to play Paralyzed in December 2025? Not quite sure what that is. Okay, is that a game? Will Dee Dee be able to play I lost all the cards. I got them. We'll try that again. Will Dee Dee be able to play Paralyzed in December 2025? It's a new simulation game? Awesome. Have you figured out Roblox yet? If you ever need any tips, you can always message me on Discord and I can have my daughter give you tips. She's all about playing The Sims 4 and building houses in Roblox. For DD. Will DD be able to play Paralyzed in December 2025? Yeah, I can find my Discord in my About page, I believe. Or my link tree. But it's just Tamsy Fae. I don't know. I'm not really good at Discord, but I can answer messages in Discord. That's about my ability in Discord. For Dee Dee, will Dee Dee be able to play Paralyzed in December 2025? There, I think I found the energy. Let's see. Oops. The Queen of Cups is a yes card. I don't know if there's going to be strings attached with this new game, though. I'm not quite sure what that would be because it's the Seven of Swords, right? Your Seven of Swords, you always have to predict that there's going to be strings attached with that. I have no idea. But for the High Priestess in the Dark, trust your intuition. You know, if something in the game is not feeling right, then trust that. Not quite sure what would be wrong with it. The Queen of Cups says, yeah, go for it. But then you have the Three of Swords in the Dark, so I don't know if it's just the community on that. I don't know if it's a game where you play with other people and the community won't be accepting of you for whatever reason, or you won't like the community that's already there. I don't know. That's what just came up. That's what I got with that, though. You're welcome, Dee Dee. Sunflower. Guidance when it comes to deal with a situation with Ace. You're ready to let go. Think it's too heavy to deal with at the moment, and he's not into me anyway. Let's see. For Sunflower. What does Sunflower need to know about dealing with the Ace situation? What does Sunflower need to know right now for dealing with the Ace situation? I don't know what wanted to come out of my mouth. Let's see. What kind of, is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Sunflower a message about how to deal with Or situation with Ace. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and tell Sunflower how to deal with their situation with Ace? The sun is shining, so that's fun, right? There's no negativity here at all. So I don't know if it's just a matter of you embracing this positive energy, giving it another shot, even though you may feel like it's exhausting. Sometimes dealing with situations, it is exhausting. But maybe showing up for Ace and being there for him during the hard times will let him see the true person that you are. And that may help him become this King of Wands, right? I don't know. You know, this could be just a test from the universe to get through this battle, get through this challenging situation, and see if he's going to step up, because you do have the sun. You know, happiness and joy and, you know, success coming your way. The King of Wands seems to want to come through for you. The King of Wands is someone who's very hot and romantic and all that sort of fun stuff, right? I feel like they get motivated through passion. So I don't know if they get more motivated to connect with you and give you what you need if you're passionate enough to help them deal with the situation. I'm not quite sure what your situation is, just the advice of the cards right here. The Three of Pentacles is also suggesting the two of you work together to figuring out what is what. The Nine of Wands is in the light too. So yes, it's going to be hard work. You're going to feel tired and exhausted. But I feel like if you find your resilience, like the sun energy suggests, that you will be able to stand strong and try it again to see what happens. Yeah, I don't know your situation, but the cards seem to think that if the cards seem to think there's a challenging situation that needs support. You ask for guidance, and this is what the universe or the spirits are telling you for guidance, is to stay strong for him, and maybe that will help him become your knight or king. King is better than a knight, right? That is what I got. But if you want to call it quits, that is up to you. Relationships are hard, especially when one's going through a harder time. Or Mr. Maurice. You welcome, Mr. Maurice. Do you have a question? Mr. Maurice, are you still here? You're welcome, Sunflower. Hi, how are you? Mr. Maurice? I guess Mr. Maurice is not here. Culture now. What does culture need to know right now? General reading for work. We need career, work, reading for culture. Right? Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give culture a message. What is the current energy for culture regarding work? What challenges or blockages that may come up for culture during work, career life? What are the next steps for culture to take in her work situation? What are the next steps for culture to take in her work situation? Where is this path leading culture? Where is this path leading culture right now? We're going to be doing career readings on a Thursday. I'm excited for that. We haven't done that in a while. For our theme. More of the new moon theme. Ooh, the devil's out to play. Devil's in the dark though, so that is not a bad energy. Devil's in the dark, so. For the Two of Wands in the light. I feel like that is your current energy, where you feel like you have options, you have decisions to make, you have things waiting for you, and you're trying to figure out what's the next move, like where you're going from this energy. Right? I feel the sense of planning and waiting and making decisions and choosing a path, A or B or C or D, I don't even know. Yeah. And then Judgment is in the dark. I'm always trying to come up with themes, but life's been crazy over here to think of things, so I don't know. um, that's why I always say, if anyone has suggestions for themes, let me know. I try to be different than everybody else, because I feel like everybody else's themes is like, what do they think about me? Like, I feel like everyone's doing that all the time. So I try not to do what everybody else is doing. It seems to be repetitive. I don't know. Anyways, for the judgment in the dark, this is what challenges or things that may be blocking you, and that's judgment. So I don't know if you're worried of what people will think if you apply for a certain job or career or what's going on there, or if you're worried about them feeling like you're not experienced enough or good enough or whatever that energy is. But I feel like it's just a matter of you doing some self-reflection and waking up that self-confidence and boosting your self-esteem a little bit to not be fearful of this energy. I don't know if that's lingering somewhere in your subconscious mind or what's going on with that. But I feel like there are some delays and there may have been some failed plans in the past, but it doesn't mean that you can't get out of this stagnation energy. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the dark as well, and that's supposed to be your advice for your next steps to take. So it seems to be like more effort is needed to have that success and achievements and working more towards that independence and letting go of any negativity around any fear of judgment or whatever that could be for you. And then where this path is leading you is freedom, right? Releasing those chains of whatever in the back of your mind is holding you back, or boosting that confidence, boosting that independence, right? The devil in the dark or devil in the light is codependency. The devil's in the light now, so that means independence. It's always the opposite of what it is in the dark, right? So let's see, what else does culture need to know about this? What else does culture need to know about this? Page of Wands. Page of Wands is like getting some new ideas. It could be like someone inviting you, like giving you a job offer or career something. Or they may be coming with you once you boost your independence here, or boost any fears that could be holding you back with, boost your ego a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Boost your ego. Don't just go willy nilly and take a leap of faith and fall off the edge there, but look for some opportunities while you're at it. Anyways, yeah, that is what I got. Anna, feel free to join the list if you haven't already. I don't see you on the list. You can join the list, Anna, if you're still around. Bernadette, what can I start to heal when it comes to shadow work? Ooh, that's a good question, Bernadette. What can Bernadette start to heal when it comes to shadow work? That might be a good theme too for next week. What to heal for shadow work? That'd be interesting. What does Bernadette need to heal when it comes to shadow work? Okay, the cards just took themselves out of the deck. I didn't even do anything. Oh man, you got some powerful energy there, Bernadette. I feel like you got some high level spirits that just come and do things for you. The Five of Cups is in the dark, so it's healing from the past. Five of Cups is mostly about healing past traumas, past things like that, past hurts, past things. So healing from the past, I know it's really hard. It's easier said than done, especially if you're suffering from, PTSD and all that stuff. I know that's really, really hard to heal from, but it seems to be a focus on how to get yourself in a better position to move forward. For the Nine of Cups again is about healing, and that not just wishful thinking, but also being content and happy with the current energy that you're in right now. Like being happy in your own skin, embracing that joy and self-fulfillment, choosing yourself to be happy, and stepping up with manifesting what you truly want for yourself. Not about other people or what other people think. It's just you being happy with who you are. The Queen of Wands is in the dark, so I think there's more healing with boosting your ego, boosting your confidence and your self-esteem, and like knowing that you're the queen, right? Queen of Wands here. Be that passionate, determined, attractive, confident person. Be self-assured and charismatic. I feel like you are. I've seen some of your podcasts. So I feel like you can really step up with this energy. For the Five of Wands in the light too, like don't worry about comparing yourself to others. You know, you don't need to do that. You can just be your own person, and you don't want to be a copycat of someone else because then life would be boring. You know, embrace that unique self that you are. Build on that confidence and that ego. I know it says confidence and ego, but right now we're telling you to build your ego. So I feel like in this case, it's a good thing to work on with building that self-esteem. You know, you don't have to have an ego where you're too cocky, but you know, somewhere in between. Sometimes it's good to be a bitch, though. You know what? You know, my son would have died 3 times if I wasn't one. So sometimes you just gotta embrace that energy and fight for what you believe in most. It's a hard one. You know, it's kind of like being one, but not too much. Like knowing when to be one and when not to be one. That's a tough thing. You started seeing a trauma therapy. Oh, that is great. That is awesome. That's probably why they're giving you a lot of credit here with the Nine of Cups came out for you. Yeah, you're embracing that self fulfillment, that self um what I was gonna say. That self fulfillment is what I was trying to say. Yeah. And being self sufficient. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you need to just to be heard, just to be heard. You know what I mean? Like just to be heard. You don't do it in a bad way. You don't do it because out of anger. You know, like when I do some parent I've done a lot of parent coaching in my past. So a lot of things, you know, when you go, like for example, or more, when I do parent coaching, help parents decide or how to what they need to do to talk to the teachers and the principals and the board office and all that sort of thing. So I always tell them, bring your evidence. You know, don't just say whatever you say out of your mommy heart. You know, sometimes listening from your mommy heart doesn't work. You have to bring evidence, like bring your child's diagnosis or bring evidence to back up what you're saying. You know, so sometimes it makes you look like an assertive, big ego instead of just being a bitch and saying nonsense. You know what I mean? You gotta do it wisely. More from your mind than from your heart. That's what I meant by that. For Dee Dee. Will Dee Dee... Okay, will Dee Dee like her new Oracle cards? Ooh, you got Oracle cards? That'd be awesome. Have you looked up online too? I see people that just make stories with the cards, and I think that is so interesting. I watch those all the time. Because I feel like that's how I learn about the cards too, when people are telling stories about the cards. That is fun. Well, Dee Dee like her new Oracle cards next month? Will Dee Dee like her new Oracle cards next month? That'd probably help you make up stories too. Like if you do yourself or Oracle reading and then turn that Oracle reading into an actual texting stories, that'd be cool too. I feel like you're making the cards come to life. That'd be so cool. For the Knight of Wands, I feel like you will. The Knight of Wands, you're gonna hot fire passion energy. I'll give you some sparks of new ideas, new creativity, new action to take. So yeah, you're gonna be on fire with that. You know, every deck has a personality. So I feel like your Oracle card may be a little bit aggressive, maybe a little bit blunt on what you need to know. So, you know, that could be interesting. The Page of Swords, I feel they may reveal things about yourself that you didn't know, or reveal things about your situation that you may need to know that you didn't want to know. Sometimes cards call you out like that. You know, sometimes when I read for myself, they do call me out, and I don't like it. Oh man, the Nine of Wands is in the dark. So yeah, so just be persistent. You're close to succeeding your goals, it seems. You may be tired, you may be exhausted, but you're gonna keep going. You're welcome, Dee Dee. Sunflower! What is the intention when it comes to me? What is his? Is his Ace? What is Ace's intention when it comes to Sunflower? What is Ace's intentions when it comes to Sunflower? What is Ace's intentions when it comes to Sunflower? Right, spirit, guides, ancestors. Oops, that was a really bad shuffle. Right, spirit, guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Sunflower a message about what are Ace's intentions towards Sunflower right now. One part feels like I'm a big joke to him, and I think he's in a relationship. A family friend. Okay. Is Ace in a relationship right now? Is Ace in a relationship right now? Is Ace in a relationship right now? The Emperor is in the dark, but it's... I mean, yeah, the Emperor is a yes, but it's in the dark, so I'm not quite sure on that one. Does Ace think that Sunflower is a big joke? Does Ace feel like Sunflower is a big joke? They're both in the dark, so I wouldn't say that they're strong yes. We'll see what's going on here. With their intentions towards you, you do have the Death card. So, the Death card could be something coming to an end, but it could also be them transforming, trying to figure out what is going on there. There is a King of Cups in the light, so I feel like their intentions are to be emotionally supportive and emotionally available towards you. They're not doing a great job about it, but it does seem to come up in their energy. For the Eight of Wands in the dark, I feel like there's a lot of low energy, a lot of loss in their direction of which way they want to go with the Eight of Wands. So I just feel the sense of them feeling very intense, and I feel like they love bomb you maybe sometimes, and then they pull back because they burn out as quickly as the spark came. But yeah, so that's a little bit hard to deal with. Does he just want friendship? Does Ace just want friendship? Does Ace want a friendship? Does Ace want a friendship? The Lovers is in the dark. He's at a crossroad. He hasn't made up his mind what he wants. Is there potential for love with Ace? Is there potential with love for Ace? The Star. Stars in the dark. I don't know the Stars in the dark because you're doubting this whole thing and you're thinking that you're not... I mean, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. You don't do it because he wants to and you don't. I mean, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. If you're doubting all of this, then you have to trust your heart that your heart is leading you in the right direction as well. You know, I'm just reading the cards on Ace's behalf. But you have to put your own heart, your own thoughts, your own feelings into consideration. I don't take this as a strong yes. I feel like it's more leaning towards neutral, not yes or no, because they're both in the dark. But that is what I got. You feel it's one-sided, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you want to walk, that is up to you. You want to walk, you know? That is up to you. The cards aren't really going to tell you what's in your heart. They're just going to kind of tell you what's going on in the energy around you. But if you want to walk from that, then you got to trust yourself that that is the right thing for you to do. You know, always trust your instincts and your intuition. No one can tap into your intuition, right? It's just reading the energy that's floating around you. Culture. What does culture need to know? For some reason, these cards wanted to come and have a turn with you, culture. What's going on in culture's career journey, bringing me back to journalism? Okay, what's going on with culture's career, bringing her back to journalism? Is culture career bringing her back to journalism? Ooh, the World. The Ten of Wands, the Chariot. Okay. I would say yes, that is where it's bringing you, right? The world. So I don't know if journalism will like make you travel around the world or make you write about traveling around the world, or I don't know, I just feel like this whole global thing coming through. Not quite sure what that is. I just feel like you're ready for the next big cycle full of success, achievements, and possibilities. So I don't know what that's coming from. It does come with a lot of work, though. The Ten of Wands is a lot of heavy work to do. A lot of weight on your shoulders, maybe burdens. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But it does seem that it'll make your chariot go in the right direction. I think if there's been any past negativity around journalism before, you're going to overcome that and move forward. And then for the Two of Cups being a little bit indecisive about what to do. I don't know if you feel like you're pressuring to go into it or if you're stalling to go into it. I think it can go either way. So let's see. What does culture need to know? We'll try these again. What does culture need to know about this Two of Cups energy in the dark? What kind of choices or decisions will culture need to make with the Two of Cups in the dark? I just feel a sense of a little bit of an imbalance going on, or just not sure if you trust the energy around it. Oh, Page of Swords is in the dark. So I don't know if this is about a little bit fearful of what the kinds of things you want to say or what people are going to talk to you behind your back about it. You know, sometimes the Page of Swords is a little bit of gossipy energy, but she's in the dark, so I feel like it's a more positive side than usual, right? Because I just feel the sense of, you know, being a little defensive, a little bit scared in your energy, trying to figure things out. Maybe helping you break away from tradition, what you would normally do, maybe something new, or boost some sort of new learning or new higher learning within yourself, or otherwise something else. But that's what I got. Bernadette, how will my podcast do? You're starting this fall? Awesome. How will Bernadette's podcast do this fall? How will Bernadette's podcast do this fall? How will this podcast do this fall? How will this podcast do this fall? Oops. This one wanted to come through and it's from another deck. We'll try that again. How will Bernadette's podcast go this fall? Bernard's not here, I just noticed. Bernard's not in the house. I was like trying to figure out like what's missing in this energy. Now I figured it out. What's missing in the energy for tonight? He normally never misses. For Bernadette, what will Bernadette's podcast do well in this end? Not quite sure what's up with that. We're gonna try this again. How will Bernadette's podcast do? Will Bernadette's podcast do well? Will Bernadette's podcast do well? Two of Swords. There's some indecisive energy here with how well your podcast is going to do. Not quite sure if you're indecisive about what your first topic's going to be or what's going on with that. My numbers are just whack. I'm content. But I am content doing me. Okay, let's see. What advice can we give to Bernadette about doing the podcast this fall? Is there any advice we can give to Bernadette? Oh, that one just flipped right out and turned itself around. What advice can we give to Bernadette about her podcast? Right? Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. I come give Bernadette a message about starting her podcast again this fall. What does Bernadette need to know about starting this podcast again in the fall? I'm not quite sure what all that is about, but you do have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is going slow and steady, right? Being patient and practical and reliable. Setting up a time and a day that you're going to do it every week. So, you know, if you promise you're going to do it every Tuesday, make sure you're doing it every Tuesday and be self-disciplined in that energy. I feel like that is what the Knight of Pentacles is telling you. For the Six of Wands, you may not blow up and go viral the first while. But it does seem to make sure your mind, heart, and soul is in the right place. You know, making sure that you're bringing peace and tranquility to your work and balance and harmony to your work and all that sort of fun stuff. The Fool, I think the Fool is like, don't just take a leap of faith. Do some research of what you want to do. I know, I feel like it may give you some other opportunities, or open up some other opportunities from you. Then it's fun and glutz. Decisive about everything. Oh man, yeah. It's coming up with a plan and sticking to it. You know, if you start now, writing a journal about all the things you want to podcast about, it may help you give some clarity by the time fall comes around. You know, like August, if you write a little journal every day, if it's just a few key words, it may give you some clarity when it comes time in September. DD, general reading for DD. What does DD need to know right now? 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 Five of Cups. What's going on with all this negativity? All negative. DD. Smile. Think positive. Oh man. If everybody hasn't checked out, you should check out Bernadette's channel. I feel like I don't know if you can click her name. May not be able to click her name, but you look up her name and you'll find her podcast. You should check it out. For the Five of Cups in the dark, I feel like Five of Cups in the dark, I feel like there's some healing going on. You know, you releasing any past regrets or any past losses or any past disappointments, any past whatever that is, letting that go and move forward. I know sometimes it's not easy, but I feel like the Five of Cups is trying to nudge you to move forward. You know, not pushing you too fast, but just giving you a little nudge. Okay, this happened. You know, allow the emotions to do its emotions. You know, allow the emotions to run its course, but also move forward as well. Because I feel like there's a lot of repressed energy or repressed feelings going on that you finally, like, you know, sometimes you don't have to forget about it. Like, don't forget about it, but just make peace with it so you can move forward. For the Wheel of Fortune in the dark, I feel like it's, you know, have faith in making some positive changes. You know, go with the cycles of changes, it seems, with the Wheel of Fortune in the dark. For the Eight of Cups in the light, I feel like it's a matter of you not really like walking away and forgetting any past things that have happened, but just making peace with it so you can move forward and just kind of like letting things go a little bit to see what happens. I feel like that may turn your King of Swords into a light, and it will help you be more logical in your decisions moving forward. You know, feeling a, you know, kind of like not detaching yourself from your emotions. Like, that's never a good thing to do. But take your emotions that you have and gain experience from them so you can make better choices moving forward. Let's see, what else does Dee need to know about this energy? What else does Dee need to know about this energy? I just ran away. We'll try that again. What does Dee need to know about this energy? Ooh, celebrations! Go out and socialize, have fun times. Oh man, I feel like the universe is very condescending, right? It told you to stay inside, don't socialize, and get to work on your YouTube channel. But then it says go out and socialize, have a party. Oh man. Maybe you just need to start vlogging. Just vlog what you're doing and have fun so you can do two at once at the same time. There you go. For the Queen of Pentacles in the dark, it's like, don't stay in, don't be an earth sign, get yourself out there, go out and socialize, don't be a hermit. What is the universe trying to tell Dee right now? What the heck is the universe trying to tell you, Dee right now? Oh man. Yeah, Five of Swords. I don't know who you feel like you need to fight right now, but you know, I feel like it's a matter of choosing your battles wisely, though. Expanding your vision. Your Three of Wands is in the dark, so one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't reach too many goals all at once. One goal at a time. Maybe two or three, but you know. Don't have 20. I don't know. You're welcome, Dee Dee. For culture, guidance for improving my current job. How can culture improve her current job? Let's see. For culture, is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that can give culture guidance in improving their current job? How can culture improve her current job right now? View the world. I want to say the Wheel of Fortune, but it's the world. The world and the Wheel of Fortune, same thing, right? They're both going through the cycles. So I feel like you're closing a cycle of some sort. So I'm not quite sure if it's like closing a cycle because you're embracing a new energy where you do feel more confident in your work or more experienced in your work. And that may lead to some achievement in your work, or at least some self-achievement. And just because, you're realizing that you're getting better at what you do, doesn't mean that you're going to have a big celebration, like no one's going to come give you a trophy or something, or a raise or whatever, but you just having that sense of feeling that you are accomplishing things. But I do feel like that energy is a possibility coming forward with you. And I just feel like kind of like being stuck in a cycle, but I feel like, you can take control over the next steps to end that cycle and begin a new one for you. You have the Seven of Wands in the dark. So I feel this energy of you just pushing through it. Don't compromise. Don't do anything that you don't feel like you want to do, or you don't feel like you should do, or whatever. Just stick to who you are, because you're the Empress here, right? But don't forget to nurture and be kind to yourself. Don't dwell on any negativity around yourself, and just be content with uh, your energy, right? Trust your inner wisdom, trust your inner instincts. Look for new opportunities when you can, especially at work. If this is your current job, maybe look for opportunities. You may not notice them. Sometimes when you work somewhere, you're like, oh, that person needs help. So maybe just take initiative in helping someone else. The boss will see that, and sometimes that's your way how to wiggle in within a company. If you're making friends with the big ones, it's not always about being nice with the co-workers, but being nice to the supervisors and the higher ups. I kind of feel that energy coming through as well. The Four of Wands, like I was saying, a little self-celebration, not like a big old celebration with parties and balloons, but like you realizing that you are stepping up and focusing on some sort of advancements there. But I also feel there's energy like be kind to yourself though. Like don't do more than you feel like you can realistically manage. Let's see what else the cards have to say about this. What other spiritual guidance can we give the culture about their job? Six of Wands, getting that badass success. So like I was saying, putting yourself out there a little bit more, lending a hand when may not be required from you, but it may show some sort of initiative. Things may not be clear. You may not see the opportunity that may be coming. These pentacles, I feel like it's a matter of making that opportunity come. Opening up yourself a little bit. That is what it wants. You're welcome, culture. Sunflower. Did me avoiding A's cause a problem? Temperance. Temperance is neutral. Let's see. Did avoiding A's cause a problem? Did avoiding A's cause a problem? I feel like with a magician, magician is a yes card. Family play a big part due to family being close. Okay, is this family a big part of it due to family being close? Is family the reason between Sunflower and Ace? Is family the reason between Ace and Sunflower? A Page of Swords suggests no. I don't know. If you personally feel like family plays a big part due to you being close to the family, and that kind of like lingers in your subconscious mind, and you know every time everything has to do with your mind, heart, and soul, right? They're not all one thing. What you think and what you feel and what your soul thinks is different. Avoid him because you were nervous. Yeah. You heard he's not his type. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. I believe what you're saying. It's the cards are not picking that up. The star, the universe seems to bless it. Let's see the temperance. The temperance is in the dark. Temperance means your mind, heart, and soul is not aligned. So you gotta figure out which one of them is not agreeing. I mean, if your soul is not feeling connected, then your soul is not feeling connected. You gotta trust that too. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords suggests that, you know, to release fears, release whatever's worrying you or stressing you up. But all of this is up to you. I mean, if your heart's not in it, if your mind, heart, and soul is not into this relationship, then that is something you need to choose to walk away from and just be family friends. Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared to trust yourself. I feel like right now, the best thing to do is trust yourself. If you're not feeling it 100%, then, you know, give it some space. Try to get yourself out there, try to date other people, or try to connect with other people or other friends and see what happens. You don't hurt. Yeah, see? That's always going to come between the two of you no matter what. So, like, even if you do end up connecting and getting married or whatever, if you get divorced 3 years down the road, you know, you're going to have that embarrassment, hurt energy again, anyways. So if you can't live with that, you have to respect that and, you know, try to pursue someone else. Yeah. Bernadette! I'm nervous about school starting again. How will my kids do? And whoever told you about them not being your type, maybe they picked that up around your energy and they're trying to give you some helpful advice without hurting your heart. You know, maybe they're trying to make you see that you're not really into it yourself. If that makes any sense. Sunflower. For Bernadette, I'm nervous about school starting again. How will my kids do? How will Bernadette's kids do in school? It's always nerve-wracking. I don't like school either. I'm always happy when my kids don't have school. Oh man. My son would get expended from school and I'd be so happy. Oh my gosh, there's one time the principal called me into the office telling me that my son was suspended. I was so happy. Oh my god, I couldn't hide how happy I was. They just looked at me like I was the weirdest person on earth. It's like not having to worry about school for a week was like vacation. Yeah, I'm the weird mom. Anyways, for Bernadette, this isn't about me, it's about Bernadette. What does Bernadette need to know about her kids starting school in September? Or I don't know when your kids start. When, what does Bernadette need to know about her kids starting school? Ooh, there's some watch come out. 10 of Wands. Let's see for Bernadette. What does Bernadette need to know about her kids starting school? What does Bernadette need to know about her kids starting school? Right? I feel that energy. Burden, stress, anxiety, feeling defeated and burnt out, trying to deal with the after school meltdowns and before school meltdowns. The mommy meltdowns in between. It is draining. Oh my gosh. I got to not put my energy into this. Let's see, for Bernadette. We need Bernadette's energy, not mine. Bernadette's energy. What does Bernadette and Bernadette need to know about her kids going to school? What does Bernadette need to know about her kids going to school? Oh boy. See, sunshine, happiness, joy, success. They're going to be optimistic. They're going to be excited. I feel like they're going to be adapting to whatever the situation is, finding that balance, utilizing all the resources they can at the school. I can feel that. The Queen of Pentacles, you being emotionally supportive and available towards them, being generous and caring in your energy, nurturing, being sensible and comforting and practical, all that sort of good energy. Oh man, end of August, sadly. Oh man, that's coming fast. It is draining. You don't drive? Yeah, yeah, it is draining. Yeah, for sure. I feel that for you. I don't drive either. It is hard. But your Ten of Wands is in the dark, so it's not going to be as hard as we're saying it is, right? It's not in light. So Ten of Wands in the dark means it's not going to be less burning, less stressy, less anxiety, less defeaty, less burnouty. um, so yeah, so I feel like it's a matter of being adaptable, flexible, balancing out the resources that you have available towards you with the school. Sometimes talking to the school, you may not, there may be resources there you can tap into that you didn't realize existed, because they're changing things up every year. But yeah, enjoy the happiness and the joy and all the fun, sunshine energy coming through. Yeah, that does suck. But yeah, but you're the queen, so I feel you're gonna be generously caring and nurturing, sensible with your actions, be easy on yourself, be gentle on yourself. Yeah. I don't fight my kids. If they don't want to go to school, I don't push them. I let them stay home. I'm that type of mom. I don't feel I don't feel any reason to fight them on going to school. School is just a free babysitter, really. Like, there's not much they learn at school that they don't learn at home, right? You have the whole internet to learn whatever the heck they want. So be easy on yourself. Don't be afraid of letting them stay home if it's not a battle that's worth fighting. I feel like that's what the cards are telling you too with that generous Queen of Wands energy. Dee. Will I reach my weight loss goals in August for Dee? Will Dee reach their weight loss goals in August? Will Dee reach their weight loss goals in August? Will Dee reach her weight loss goals in August? The Star. Will Dee reach her weight loss goals in August? The Stars in the dark. So I do feel this energy of hope and healing and wishful thinking. I feel like your weight loss goal in August, I feel like it is achievable because you have the Six of Swords here. You are going to be moving forward, but it does come with a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of, a lot of effort. There's going to be some changes and challenges coming ahead, especially challenges. You may have to work a little bit harder to have that success from the Queen of Cups or to turn it into light. What does Gigi need to know about this Queen of Cups and the dark energy regarding her reaching her weight loss goal? King of Swords, be more self-disciplined. That is a hard one, right? I'm not good at self-discipline. I love my pizza, my chips. I'm so bad at that stuff. That is so hard. Oh man. I would not succeed at a weight loss journey for sure. Oh man. But yeah, just the King of Swords is someone who's very logical, very self-disciplined, very, reserved and that sort of thing. Looks like you'll be tested. Culture! May I have another general reading? Yes, what does culture need to know right now? What does culture need to know right now? Are there any spirits, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that can give culture a message? What does culture need to know right now? Ooh, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, I always say that wrong. And everybody laughs at me how I say that. I never remember how to say it. I know it's the high priest, but high priestess, all in one word, does not sound natural for me. Anyways, for the Hierophant, do you feel like there's this energy of you being grounded, you focusing on your roots, focusing on your true beliefs, your values, what ethical things that you feel are true to you? And I feel like that is the focus point for you to focus on right now. I just feel this energy of you listening to your inner wisdom, not just your inner wisdom, but your higher self, you learning and exploring your true self, who you truly are, what truly makes you happy and fulfilled, and what truly does not sit well with you. You do have the high priestess and the light too, so I feel like you're going through some sort of spiritual awakening, or you will be going through some sort of spiritual awakening where you are going to have visions and dreams about some hidden knowledge that's deep within yourself, and like you trusting that inner wisdom and unraveling some mysteries about yourself that you didn't realize before. That might be the path of like boosting your ego as well. You have the Nine of Wands and the Light, so I feel like there's this energy that you may feel a little bit defensive, a little exhausted, but you're going to keep going anyways because you're resilient. I feel like you're going to stand strong no matter what comes your way. You know, you're going to find that inner strength somewhere. I feel like it's going to be tough, but you got this in you, right? I feel like you're really close to succeeding, like this card is saying, and being persistent in your energy. Yeah. You have the Four of Swords in the dark, so I feel like it's a matter of, I don't know if you've already taken a break, you already did your self-reflection, all that sort of fun stuff. And now you're ready to get out and see what's going on. Um, breaking free from whatever that is. The Four of Swords is also about being a dream fortress, like figuring out your dreams and getting some clarity from your dreams as well. And it's a cute little fox. I love the pictures on these cards. The Page of Pentacles. I feel like you'll be hearing some good news soon as well, especially around work and finances. But I just feel the sense of a boost of ambition, a boost of being inspired, enthusiastic energy coming through, like more energetic energy as well. So that's what I got. um, you're welcome. Oh man, I didn't mean to make her cry. I'm sorry. I thought that was a positive message. For Bernadette, was I supposed to be born a twin? Was Bernadette supposed to be born a twin? Let's see. For Bernadette, was Bernadette supposed to be born a twin? Was Bernadette supposed to be born a twin? For Bernadette. Was Bernadette supposed to be born a twin? Was Bernadette supposed to be born a twin? These cards all want to come out, and they all fell in this order. Weird. The Eight of Cups is a no card, that you are not born a twin. But what I'm really feeling is that maybe you are a twin flame, like your soul was ripped in half, and that's why you don't feel complete. No, twin flame is not a soulmate energy, like some people on YouTube try to tell you. I don't know where they get the information about, but you can actually Google twin flame. That's not what twin flame is. The twin flame is like your soul being ripped in half, and only half of your body was born, and the other half of your body was born to someone else, not the same mother, not the same father kind of energy. Just in your past life, you were one person. Now you're only half of who you were. So I feel this energy of you always feeling like you're not whole. I feel like that may be what's struggling with some of your healing energy as well. What's trying to come through here, because you have the Five of Swords in the dark. So I feel like there's this inner aggression, this inner stress, this inner conflict within yourself about what is missing. Someone has left the spirit. They could be still left in spirit, or they could have been born. The other half of you could have been born as another person. You feel part of you is missing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. that I feel like you're a twin flame. So, like, before you, like, this is before your mom got pregnant. Your soul was ripped in half. So, your other half could have been born before you, and your soul came to Earth when your mom got pregnant. Or you could have came and got, you could have came into your mom first, and then your soul could have came after. Or both of you at the same time, but two different people, you know? So now the other half of you is out there wandering around, probably looking for you, you're looking for them, and that's just a hard thing to deal with. Um, yeah, that is a hard thing to deal with. But yeah, because I feel like there's this inner conflict, because the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles in the dark, and the Three of Swords, it's like your heart is not completely full because you feel like you're missing half of it. Yeah. I feel like there is some resources on shadow work on how to heal your twin flame. We have to be careful though, because there's a lot of misconceptions of what a twin flame is. Some people have strange ideas. They think it's a soulmate. A soulmate and twin flame is not the same thing. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I feel like if you find some realistic shadow things online to follow, they might give you some insight on how to heal that. Maybe even ChatGPT. I don't know. Sometimes ChatGPT lies though. Depends where they pick up the resources from. We maybe ask ChatGPT, how could I heal my twin flame wound? For sunflower, what do I need to know? What does sunflower need to do for work on growth? What does sunflower need to do to work on growth? For any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give sunflower a message on how to work on our growth. For any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come give sunflower a message on how to work on growth. How can sunflower work on growth? How can sunflower work on growth? Oops, there's too many cards. How can sunflower work on growth? Oh man. For the hermit is in the dark. So I feel like when the hermit's in the dark, it's kind of like stop thinking, stop looking within yourself, get out of your mind and more out in the world of socializing and getting out of your shell or out of your hermit cave, whatever that is for you. And put yourself out there because you do have the Six of Swords. I feel like with the Four of Pentacles as well, is learning your boundaries, learning your limits, and learning how to overcome any insecurities and overcome anything that is holding you back to move forward. Because I feel like it's a matter of embracing a sense of self-security, embracing yourself as a person and being content in who you are. The Eight of Wands is in the dark too, so I feel like it's not something you can just do quickly. Um, yeah, you say to yourself, yeah, but I feel like you need to embrace going out and meeting new people and learning more about yourself out in the community rather than inside. The hermit's in the dark, so it's kind of like get out of that little, hermit lives in a cave or, doesn't go outside. This it's in the dark, so it's like go outside, go out and socialize, go out and mingle with other people, discover yourself, discover new boundaries, new limits, and release anything that could be holding you back. But don't go too fast. Don't rush into it. One step at a time. And then the Six of Swords, moving forward. Like it doesn't, you don't have to run for it. You don't have to, it's not the Chariot. You don't have to rush into it. But, drift away from what you're doing. Because I feel like you're going through a phase of evolving and healing and becoming more of who you're meant to be. Let's see if there's any more advice for sunflower. Is there any more advice for sunflower's growth? The Four of Cups is in the light. The Four of Cups is like needing time to meditate, but don't meditate so much. You know, it's kind of like revisiting your past interests and, you know, working on doing the work on yourself and what you want to do. You know, it's like filling your own cup of love and contentment. Ace of Swords, getting new clarity, taking new initiatives, coming up with new ideas, setting new intentions, new communications. Eight of Swords is like, don't restrict yourself too much. You know, you can pull out all the swords and set yourself free. And that's what I got. Culture. Would my parents have cared more if I were a boy? Let's see. For culture. Would Culture's parents would have cared more if Culture was a boy? I don't know if the cards would even know that kind of question, but we'll see. Would Culture's parents have cared more if Culture was a boy? Ace of Pentacles in the dark. So I would say no. Like, it's not a strong yes. It's just, you know. I always feel like when a yes is in the dark, it's like a neutral. It's kind of like when a no is in the dark, it's neutral. Thank you, Sunflower. And just trust yourself that you will get better. You will heal. That is a relief. Yeah, yeah. I feel like parents don't really, you know, um, one way or another. You know, when I had my daughter, I honestly thought my daughter would be a boy because I had a boy first. So I just thought I'd have another boy. And I was so mentally prepared to have a boy that I was so surprised that it was a girl. Like, I was so surprised I didn't even know how to deal with it because I was so surprised. But I love having a girl, but it was like such a surprise because I did not think I was gonna have one. So I had a boy, so I just thought I was gonna have another boy. Because my mom had all girls, so I thought because I had a boy, I was just gonna have all boys because my mom had all girls. But yeah, my sisters too. It's so weird. Me and my two sisters, all of us had a boy first. And me and my second sister, we both had a girl second. My other sister, she hasn't had a second child yet, so we don't know what it's gonna be. It seems like she's just gonna have the one so far. But yeah, it's weird. So I feel like it's not like a disappointment. It could be just like a shock, like, oh my god, we had a girl. I just saying that from my experience that I was shocked, like, how did this happen? I was not prepared for this. Oh my goodness. Like, it's not a disappointment. Like, I'm so happy to have her. It's just, you know, that shock of what you thought and prepared yourself for was just changed. Yeah, yeah. Like, if you have a boy first, you just feel like the next one's gonna be the same thing. Like, you don't think that you're gonna have one of each. Because I feel like most people have two the same rather than one of each. Like, I feel like it's more, I don't know. It seems more common that people have like two or three girls and then maybe a boy, or like two or three boys and then a girl. It's like one after the other. Is like, how did this happen? I don't know. Let's see, for Bernadette, what topic should I talk about? Ooh, that is a good one. What topic should Bernadette talk about? People are watching everything, it seems. The best thing to do is Google YouTube, what's trending on YouTube, what's trending on TikTok, like what's the most popular right now, what's trending, and pick that topic and try to get that topic to match what you're saying so that you can put that what's trending keywords in your description of your podcast, and that will pick up the algorithm and just kind of like throw it into what you're saying a little bit, you know. That song was trending for a while. That anxiety song. I don't know that song. Every time you went on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, all you hear is that anxiety song. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. So like you use the title of that song in your title, but then your podcast is about talking about anxiety. You know, you gotta kind of trick the algorithm a little bit. Let's see what the cards have to say though. I'm going off topic here. Sorry, I'm talking too much. I feel like this should just be called a talking session rather than tarot session. Let's see, for Bernadette, what topic should Bernadette talk about? What topic should Bernadette talk about? What topic should Bernadette be talking about? You're the King of Cups. The King of Cups. You said talk about love. Love is a big one to talk about. Definitely talk about love. Love and the trauma that love brings, and the love that love brings, and the devotion love brings, and disappointments that love brings. There's so many topics you can go about love. Putting love in your title will attract so many people. You know, it says wishes and devotion, balance between head and heart. So, you know, the universe may be trying to push something on you if you've heard it before, and the cards are saying the same thing. You know, the King of Cups is also about leading with kindness and compassion, being calm and patient through hard times, attracting what you want to attract towards you. What other topics should Bernadette talk about? Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups in the dark. Ten of Cups in the dark is like broken ties, broken family, mending family members, you know, domestic disputes, emotional unsustainability, you know, broken home energy. What other topics should Bernadette talk about on the podcast? Seven of Wands. How to defend yourself, how to fight for what you believe in, how to fight for yourself. You know, the Seven of Wands is about defending yourself, standing your ground, protecting yourself, setting those boundaries. What else should Bernadette talk about? Page of Cups. Page of Cups is in the dark as well. So this one is talking about dream, or Page of Cups. So this one says dreamy and naive, innocence, inner child. Inner child energy is a good topic as well. We all have to feed our inner child once in a while. Head in the clouds, you know. Having that balance between your dreams and desires with what's real and reality. But yeah, that is what I got. Maybe it's even about picking up a tarot card deck and choosing a different card every podcast and talking about the topics that that card represents should be helpful. Maybe you can get cards with writings on this, like this one, that may be helpful. Dee Dee, how will my birthday be like this September? What will Dee Dee's birthday be like this September? Oh my gosh, I remember doing a reading for you for your birthday last year, I believe. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's that time of year already. What does Dee Dee need to know about her birthday in September? Ooh, the Six of Pentacles and his birthday presents. And there you go. You're going to get gifts, apparently in pink wrapping paper, with a pretty gold bow. There you go. Oh man. Let's see for Dee Dee. What does Dee Dee need to know about her birthday last September? Let's see. What does Dee Dee need to know? I was just having a flashback about this question. Two of Cups. I feel like it's going to be better than last year's birthday for sure. I feel like it's already better than last year's birthday. I don't even remember what last year's birthday was, but it seems better. The energy feels better. You know, having some drinks, opening up presents. What does Judy need to know about her birthday in September? King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. I wonder what the last one's gonna be. What does Judy need to know about her birthday this September? What does Bernadette need to know about her birthday this September? I'm scared of what the last one's gonna be. Four of Cups. It's not too bad, right? Not too bad. The Six of Pentacles is in the light, so I do feel this energy of, you know, getting things done, being supportive, that people being generous towards you, or the balance between generosity between you and others, that giving and receiving energy, you throwing a party and everybody bringing gifts. The Two of Cups, that socialization, that spiritual connection, you know, getting out with friends and romance and passion. I feel like there will be romance and passion on your birthday because the Knight of Pentacles is coming, right? I feel like this night is like, they may be slow and steady, but I feel like they're going to follow through with their plans and actions and intentions towards you. I feel like there's someone that's reliable. The Hierophant seems to want to come out because it keeps looking at me, so I feel like this person does want something solid, maybe even a marriage or a commitment of some sorts. I don't know. The Four of Cups, I feel like you're going to have to take some time to think about this, though. They maybe want to go a little too fast, a little too steady. I don't know. It says slow and steady, but I don't know how steady they want to go. That might be a little bit something for you to think about, because you have the Four of Cups. You know, get think about things a little bit. Maybe feeling a little disconnected from this person. He's too steady for his own good. I don't know. What does the Four of Cups need to know? What does Judy need to know about this Four of Cups energy on the birthday? King of Wands. Oh man, somebody may be jealous. Someone's gonna be jealous because you have this beautiful romantic energy going on your birthday, and he wasn't invited, so he's gonna have a big ego and try to ruin your day. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I shouldn't have pulled an extra card. Oh man. You're welcome, Dee Dee. You're welcome, Bernadette. Culture. Let's see for culture. What should culture know about the energy at work tomorrow? What should culture know about the energy at work tomorrow for culture? Mary, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. I want to call culture a message about what she needs to know about work tomorrow. What does culture need to know about work tomorrow? Oh man, you have the Hangman. Oh, the Hangman energy. I just feel like there's this energy of you kind of like hanging around, stalling, or just work being so slow, you're not quite sure which energy you're gonna go. I feel like there's a little bit of a not just waiting around, I just feel like there's energy of letting things go and trying to pick up an interest in something else. So I feel like if things are not working well, or things feel stall and stagnant in your workplace tomorrow, maybe look for opportunities to do something else so you don't feel like you're just waiting. The Two of Pentacles, I feel like there is an energy of you being flexible and adapting to your situation, so that may be a little bit about trying to find something else to do if you can't do what you were supposed to do for whatever reason. The Three of Swords is in the dark too, so I feel like this is energy of needing to deal with whatever's going on there, and also being alert and jumping on it before someone else realizes it too. The Four of Pentacles is in the light, so I just feel the sense of knowing your limits, don't take on more than you can deliver, kind of energy as well. Just figuring out what is what. Be mindful of what matters the most for you to tackle tomorrow. What? I feel like there might be something that may interrupt your normal work day, if that makes sense. Bernadette, will my art sell? Will Bernadette's art sell? Bernadette's art sell. Let's see. Will Bernadette's art sell? Will Bernadette's art sell? Oh, Bernadette's art cell. Oh man, I feel like there's a possibility they'll sell, but it's gonna take more time. It's a slow energy that's coming through right now. They have the King of Swords in the dark. I just feel like there's a little bit of something or a little bit of the energy that's kind of a little bit off track. Not quite sure what that means for you. There is the Ace of Pentacles in the dark too, so I just feel the sense of doubting if something or like mischances, or it's just maybe the energy is like your arts are too expensive for the people who are interested. I don't know. There is the Knight of Wands in the dark too, so I just feel this energy of I don't know, just an impatience of waiting for it to happen. That is awesome. They love them? Yeah, I feel like people love them. Just with the Ace of Pentacles, like they may not have enough money to afford them. It's kind of like what the Ace of Pentacles would represent in the dark, like low funds. You know, missing out on opportunities because of the financial aspect of things. Just because of the dark. Yeah. So I don't feel like it's like people don't like them at all. It just seems to be the other things around it. Yeah. So hopefully, you know, this King of Swords here just decides to get his head up his butt and says, yes, I do have money. I'm gonna pay. You know, he's gonna talk to his wife about it over here. His wife is a page. You know, they're gonna talk about it and buy some art. They just need to get their heads out of their butts. Oh man, you make them affordable though. Okay, that's awesome. I was just reading the cards. You know, I feel like the cards didn't really pick up that energy very well, but I feel like they will go well. They may just need some more time. All the cards in the dark just mean that things are just delayed or taking their time, is being slow. Yeah. Have you tried taking photos of your art and like posting them on social media? Like even though they're displayed at the restaurant, have you taken photos of them at the restaurant and displaying them on social media to like advertise them to attract more people to want to come and buy them? I don't know, that energy just came towards me. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all so much. You do? Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know. I was just thinking. That is awesome. Yeah. Keep promoting them. You have art group? Awesome. Yeah, maybe post them in different groups, not just art group. Like make an Instagram where you just post different types of pictures of your artwork, like zoom in, zoom out, just a corner of the piece of art. I see a lot of art like that on Instagram. And some people, you know, they take a picture of art, but they break it out so like one picture's here, but like when you go onto their page, you see it all together, but it's like a full screen. I don't know if you've seen that, where it's like different posts, but when you go on their Instagram page, you see the picture all together. I think those are so cool too. Like just to promote it and tell them where they can buy it. That'd be so cool. I don't know if you did that, but or seen that, but yeah, I was thinking of that. Because you have to click on it to see the whole photo, so then you end up going to the page, and yeah, I don't know. I wish you luck on that. I hope it all goes well for you for sure. Um, yeah, yeah, that is cool. You should check it out. I don't know how to Google it, but I've seen some like that. Like if you only see a part of an art, click on their page. When you open their page, you'll more likely see the rest of the photo of what it was. It's so cool. I can't think of anyone's names right now, but you know, when you're doom scrolling Instagram, if you see part of a photo, click on their profile because there's a chance that you'll see all of it once because they cut it up to make people click on their profile. That's why they do it, to make people click on their profile. But it's really cool to see it all. But yeah. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. I'll be back tomorrow for readings and, of course, every Monday. Hope you all have a great night. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Good night.